Triple H expected out of WWE by 2027. Backstage news on AJ Styles' WWE retirement. Released star returns to WWE. WWE allegedly holding back the Wyatt Sicks. Logan Paul denies being the masked man who attacked Bron Breakker. Brie Bella's Royal Rumble return was a last-minute decision. Let's get started. Triple H expected out of WWE by 2027. Triple H's grip on WWE creative may be closer to ending than people realize. Speaking on The Coach and Bro, Vince Russo laid out why he believes Triple H won't still be WWE's Chief Content Officer next year, and his reasoning centers around one name, The Rock. Russo pointed to Roman Reigns publicly praising Nick Khan's leadership while subtly implying that creative still needs to improve. That comment alone raised eyebrows. According to Russo, when the company's biggest star separates leadership from creative, that's not accidental, it's a message. Then there's the situation involving The Rock's daughter. Her sudden exit from WWE came shortly after her partner was released from the company. Russo made it clear there's no confirmed link, but in his eyes, these moves still matter. To him, both Roman Reigns and The Rock's daughter represent extensions of The Rock himself, and those extensions are sending signals. Russo went a step further, tying all of this to what he called the Royal Rumble debacle. After that event, he said his opinion completely locked in. He boldly predicted that by January 1st, 2027, Triple H will no longer hold the same position in WWE, and claimed he's never been more confident in a call. If that prediction comes true, Russo believes the endgame is obvious. The Rock stepping in and taking full control of WWE creative as Chief Content Officer. Backstage news on AJ Styles' WWE retirement. At the Royal Rumble, AJ Styles put his career on the line against Gunther and came up short. WWE made it sound final. Triple H publicly said Styles was done. Roll credits, or so it seemed. Moments later, Styles teased fans by nearly leaving his gloves in the ring, wrestling's universal goodbye, only to put them back on. That one decision cracked the door wide open. Backstage, the industry took notice. According to Fightful Select, Styles' retirement became a hot topic at AEW's January 28th Dynamite, with talent and staff openly wondering what his next move could be. The belief within AEW is simple. If AJ Styles is available, they'll try to get him. He still has close relationships there, built from years on the indies and in Japan, and those connections haven't faded. Japan is another obvious landing spot. New Japan is reportedly bracing for roster turnover, and Styles' name carries real weight there. His 2-year run in the company reshaped his career. 2 IWGP heavyweight title reigns, Bullet Club leadership, and a stretch of matches that defined an era. A return wouldn't just make sense, it would feel poetic. Then there's TNA, where it all began. Styles has repeatedly said he wants one last match there before calling it quits. His recent appearances through the WWE TNA NXT partnership reignited that hope, and Fightful added an intriguing wrinkle. He could have worked a TNA match while still under WWE contract if he truly wanted to. So where does that leave AJ Styles? Even people close to him admit they knew his WWE run was ending at the Rumble, but beyond that, nothing is locked in. AEW, New Japan, TNA, or something no one sees coming. One thing is clear, if this is the end, AJ Styles is choosing how the final chapter is written, and he's not done keeping fans guessing. WWE allegedly holding back the Wyatt Sicks. Fans have been asking the same question all week. Where did the Wyatt Sicks go? They've vanished from WWE programming without warning, and now the silence is getting louder than the hype ever was. While interest in the faction is still strong, behind-the-scenes talk suggests WWE may have quietly hit pause instead of pressing forward. When the Wyatt Sicks debuted, they felt different. The eerie presentation, unsettling vignettes, and the blend of familiar names like Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy alongside the haunting presence of Uncle Howdy instantly grabbed attention. It looked like WWE had finally cracked the code on something fresh and unpredictable. Then, nothing. What once felt like the start of a long-term story suddenly went cold. Promising directions were left unexplored, and the momentum that carried them into late 2025 simply disappeared. Backstage, the decision hasn't gone unnoticed. Several voices within wrestling circles have openly questioned WWE's handling of the group. One veteran even went as far as saying the company fumbled by pulling them out of SmackDown storylines just as they were gaining traction. The belief isn't that the audience lost interest, it's that WWE stopped feeding the fire. So why the delay? One explanation points to timing. With WrestleMania plans often locked in far ahead of schedule, some acts end up sidelined while bigger stories take center stage. Another theory is patience. WWE may be holding the Wyatt Sicks back until the right rivals and moment present themselves. That theory gains traction when you look at social media. Cryptic posts, subtle imagery, and quiet teases suggest the faction hasn't been scrapped, just stored. For now, the Wyatt Sicks remain in limbo, but fans are still watching, still waiting, and still convinced this group has too much untapped potential to stay hidden for long. And if history has taught us anything in WWE, silence usually means something is coming. Brie Bella's Royal Rumble return was a last-minute decision. Nobody saw it coming, but Brie Bella shocked the WWE Universe with a surprise return in the Women's Royal Rumble, entering late at number 29. It marked her first time back in the ring since the 2022 Rumble, and it wasn't just a nostalgia moment, it was personal. For the past year, Brie had openly talked about wanting to return ever since Nikki Bella made her comeback at the 2025 Royal Rumble. Fans wondered if it would ever happen, until it suddenly did. Brie later revealed that her return almost didn't happen at all. Speaking on Unsportsmanlike, she explained that everything came together at the very last second, making the moment even more unreal. It was incredible. I'll be honest, everything kind of happened last minute. To get back in the ring with Nikki, people were like, are they gonna fight each other? What's going to happen? To be able to have a nice embrace with her and hug and let the world know that the Bella twins are aligned and back together, it was really special for me. I definitely will never forget it. Now, the reunion is turning into something far more dangerous. The Bellas showed up on Raw and made it clear they're not back just to wave at the crowd, they're coming for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, currently held by Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. With the Bella twins officially back together and locked in, the road to WrestleMania 42 just got a whole lot more serious for the champions. Logan Paul denies being the masked man who attacked Bron Breakker. After Bron Breakker was mysteriously attacked during his Royal Rumble entrance in Saudi Arabia, fans immediately started playing detective. A hooded figure dressed in black stomped Breakker out cold, setting him up to be eliminated by Obafemi in just 10 seconds. Blink and you missed it, but the internet didn't. Fan footage quickly went viral, with viewers claiming the attacker had blonde facial hair. That was all it took for speculation to explode, with Logan Paul and even Jake Paul being named as possible suspects. On the latest episode of Impulsive, Logan shut that theory down completely, while cracking jokes in the process. By the way, I'm not the masked man. I'm not the masked man, guys. I see the commentary online. I'm not the masked man. If I am, that's a shock to me because I don't remember doing that. It's probably green shirt guy. MF couldn't afford the seats on the other side, got priced out by the Saudis. He was on the opposite side, he was in the seats on the other side. Couldn't get on TV this time, buddy. The whole mystery feels familiar. WWE recently pulled a similar stunt at Survivor Series, where a masked figure helped secure a War Games win before being revealed as Austin Theory. This time around, WWE is teasing Seth Rollins as the possible attacker, despite him still recovering from surgery. So if Logan's telling the truth, the real question remains, who actually took out Bron Breakker? And how long before WWE pulls the mask off? Release star returns to WWE. Despite being released from WWE last year, Sonya Deville was spotted back under the WWE umbrella, quietly sitting in the crowd during an NXT broadcast. Deville was in attendance during the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championship match, where the Elegance brand went to battle against Sol Ruca and Zarya, instantly catching the attention of viewers who recognized her in the crowd. This appearance stood out even more considering Sonya is no longer signed with WWE. She was officially released in February of last year, bringing an end to a 10-year run with the company that saw her grow from an NXT prospect into a main roster mainstay. After her exit, Sonya stayed out of the spotlight for nearly a full year, leaving many to wonder what her next move in the wrestling world would be. Those questions were finally answered earlier this year when she made her return to televised wrestling, not in WWE, but in TNA Impact Wrestling. Sonya debuted on the January 15, 2026 premiere of Thursday Night Impact on AMC, marking a brand new chapter in her career. Rather than returning as an in-ring competitor, she stepped into an executive-style on-screen role, aligning herself with Santino Marella and positioning herself as a key decision-maker within the company. Sonya's evolution into a leadership role isn't new. During the final stretch of her WWE tenure, she had already moved away from full-time wrestling and into an on-screen authority position. That transition now appears to be permanent, with TNA leaning into her presence as a powerful figure behind the scenes rather than between the ropes. What makes her NXT appearance especially interesting is the growing working relationship between WWE and TNA. With talent crossing over and both companies acknowledging each other on television, Sonya Deville's presence in the crowd feels far from accidental. Instead, it adds another layer to the expanding partnership and raises questions about how often fans may see TNA-affiliated names showing up on WWE programming. For now, Sonya's appearance wasn't announced, promoted, or addressed on commentary, but it didn't go unnoticed. And with WWE and TNA continuing to blur the lines between their brands, don't be surprised if this is just the beginning of Sonya Deville's visibility across both companies.